So yeah, first thing I want to ask is about Wythenshawe Park. So obviously you've called that the biggest ever gig to date. How are you feeling just a few days out from it? What's the sort of like build up like for you?
The butterflies have begun in my stomach, I would say.
Okay.
This morning and yesterday morning. Up until this week, I've been quite quietly confident and not really thinking about it. I've been quite busy. We've got the record coming in a month, but this week I've been like, oh, this big gig is happening.
Do you know what? Charlie's a friend of Charlie's a pilot, and he sent over a photo from the cockpit, didn't he, of the site.
Flying over Wythenshawe Park.
I know.
And
I
all
know.
the stage being set up. So we've had a
That
few.
small, he fits into a drone.
We've had a few exclusive photos, so it's kind of got us a bit like, oh, it's really happening now. Seeing the stage, seeing the site. So yeah, excited.
And have you like actually been down to the site as well and got a feel for the stage yet and all that and the setup, or are you still a few days away from that?
We're going in blind, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll be going on Sunday morning for sound check, but up until then, no. We just got the pilot's photos to go on.
It's good, it's fine.
Yeah.
What's his
And-
name?
Mike Valance.
There we go.
It sounds like a
Sorry.
pilot, that.
Captain Mike
was a
Valance.
pilot.
Captain Mike
Correct,
Valance.
Captain, give him his
Shout
proper
out.
title, that's
I
right.
knew he's got Valance, it wasn't going to be Smith, was it?
Balance.
And in terms of like the lineup, it's an all-day event as well, isn't it? And you've got like quite a mix of people. Can you talk to me about curating that and getting those people on board as well?
I think the lineup's kind of, we grew up going to watch like Oasis at Heaton Park, Stone Roses at Heaton Park. So like, that was the main place we went to gigs.
Heaton Park.
Yeah, Heaton Park. But like, it was always, even them gigs did have like 4, 5, 6 acts on throughout the day. So it becomes like an all-day event. So we've kind of got, earlier on you've got the more up-and-coming, maybe unknown acts, then right through to, you've got like the K's who are kind of having a bit of a moment, then you've got Shed 7, more of like a classic 90s band, and then Inhaler, who we're good friends with, and then we've got Truces on earlier on, which Natalie Finley's the lead singer and who sings on one of our tracks. Seblo,
the guest list.
the guest list. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
okay.
kind of a mix of like new and old, and then us, which I don't know what you class us as yet. Newish,
Newish,
oldish.
oldish,
Yeah.
Heritage
undecided.
act.
And why was it important to you to have that sort of all-day feel? Because it is more like a festival feel, with like bank holiday weekend as well. Like as we were saying before, we've got Pride on, we've got a New Order the night before. Like
Yeah.
it feels like quite a big weekend to be playing on. So what do you want people to sort of experience when they're coming down for this?
Do you know what? I think it's the same things we experience ourselves. Like Tom mentioned them big gigs that you go to. Like you sort of have them in your calendar. You got the tickets on the mantelpiece. Do you know what I mean? You're sort of looking, you're counting down the days.
You're going
you
to
can't
town
wait.
early.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
You're getting
Yeah.
the bus all together, which we've put on our own buses to go from Stockport station to Wythenshawe. Like try and make a day of it. And I think to do that, you have to have like quite a few acts on, rather than just condensing it to like 3 hours of music. It's like all day basically.
Yeah, and even just like the event space itself, do you know what I mean? You can get in there, you can get food, drink, all that. Do you know what I mean? It's just like trying to create that sort of festival atmosphere that isn't, do you know what I mean, necessarily one festival price, but then also just like the ease of it as well. Do you know what I mean? Just having just a nice day event that's like fun for everyone, really. That's
Yeah.
the sort of plan, do you know what I mean? So I do not know what that knocking is. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Is it John?
never
Just
heard
go
that
with it.
before.
And obviously you've called it like the biggest one to date and stuff, but you have played some really big festivals and really big venues.
Yeah.
Like obviously you played a lot of Manchester's, like most iconic ones. Played Stockport's as well, like the Plaza, Glastonbury as well, like with Rick Astley and all that. And like that was like a set that people really enjoyed as well at
Yeah.
Glastonbury as well. Like for you as a group, do you have one that really stands out to date that's been particularly memorable, and why was that?
I think
There's a few,
Edgeley
isn't there?
Park was one, because that was like a bucket list thing as a band. Do you know what I mean? Like we used to always say like, and at that point there'd never been a gig there. Do you know what I mean? So like we all used to look at it and go, oh god, if we can put our own gig on at Edgeley Park, like that'll be like a huge moment for us. So I think that definitely
Pyramid stage at
sticks out.
Glastonbury.
Yeah.
We did that in 2017. So that was another moment. I don't know, it's kind of so many that stick out. We've done some amazing shows. Like it's always
Yeah.
the random ones that you love. Like Hull on a Tuesday night, it's always great.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I
it
mean?
is.
Like but I can't explain why it is. It just
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Dublin is always good. The Olympia, I like that.
Aylesbury.
Aylesbury was
Yeah,
boss.
yeah.
Tokyo, playing over there was just like a whole new world to us. And we went like really early on in our career, and we were like treated like the Beatles at like outside the hotel and stuff. And we were like, this is mad.
Yeah.
We weren't even like doing really anything in Manchester at this point.
Yeah.
We were playing like Gorilla. We went there and people were like asking for autographs and stuff. So it was nice, They're like fond memories over the years, I'd say.
And what's it like playing for a home crowd? You talked about Edgeley Park there, but obviously you played Plaza, you played like Manchester as well. What is that?
Stressful guest list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, weirdly it is. It's more. Do you know what I mean? It's not that thing of just sort of not that you go through the motions at any gig, but do you know what I mean? It can start to feel a bit like that sometimes
It's like-
when you're in the tour.
A bit like prom.
Right.
Do you remember prom?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Big day. Big day out.
Corsage on.
Swipe box with anything.
So
yeah.
we're gonna be getting loads of like
Cumberbund.
we're gonna
Yeah.
be
We're getting
getting
the Hummer limo.
yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna get loads of like
Please
pink
do
limos.
that.
Joe,
We've been
I've
saying that for years, haven't we?
Joe, in like a really cringy, corny, disgusting way, I really want to get a limo to a gig. 'Cause it's
Do
just-
it.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just because it's so like gross and like, do you know what I mean?
Mate, we all get in
Not
it.
how it is. We don't. It'd make it easier. Logistically, it's easy.
Talk about this afterwards.
Yeah.
Like in terms of fuel economy
It
and like
makes
car
sense.
sharing is just better.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe Sundays.
Do you know what you
Right.
can get?
Travel in a limo.
Do you know what you can get as well? No, you can get electric limos.
Electric.
There you go.
So
I
we
don't
could
know how
all-
we got here, but prom.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
sound.
got there.
Take that.
And obviously we can't not talk about the massive gorilla ape downstairs, Gary.
Yeah.
The new album, you're going to be playing a taste of that as well for people on Sunday as well, I take it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the new album. You know, like it's the first on your own label, is that right?
Yeah.
And you kind of mixed up the production and how you produce it. Can you tell me a bit about why you did that and what people can expect? Because obviously it's not out for about another month, is it?
No. I mean, we worked with more people than we have done in the past, which we've only ever worked with one person, so it wasn't hard. We just had to get
Work
to
with
two. But no, we worked with like 3 different, you know, we worked with James Skelly, our usual producer, but then we worked with Jungle, and we worked with CMAT, who were they're 2 artists that we're like huge fans of and really respect. And I think with, you know, 5 albums in, creatively as a songwriter, you're kind of looking for inspiration like anywhere. And I think I was keen to kind of soak up a bit of other people's experience and their talent, I suppose, rather than just trying to put it all on yourself maybe. And I don't know, it kind of felt fresh for us, didn't it? And the whole process was kind of, we went through a few different journeys. Like earlier on we kind of didn't know where we were going to take it, and then we had Gary, which ended up being like a cornerstone for the album, and then the collaborative nature of it just kind of helped it all come together, I suppose. But yeah, I'd say it's our most kind of fun record, and the fact we've collaborated on it more, I think you can definitely hear in the songs, and it still sounds like us, but just like opened another door in the corridor really.
Would you say the sound's different at all, or is it sort of a continuation of the last album, or is it markedly different?
I wouldn't say it's a continuation of the last album, would
No,
you?
no, not at all. I think weirdly, I think it sounds like a sort of classic Blossoms record, but it definitely feels like a progression. Do you know what I mean? With, like Tom mentioned there, notably with the songs that we've sort of collaborated on, them songs definitely feel like we're sort of pushing our sound a little
Bit
bit.
of everything on there. There's some
100%.
songs which are like, there's a song called I Like Your Look that we did with CMAT, which is very different, I would say, to maybe anything we've done before. And then you've got your more kind of like Perfect Me that's just come out now, which sounds more like kind of like a staple Blossoms at home song. if
It's
you know
us
what I
doing
mean.
like 4-4-2, isn't it? That?
A
Do you know what I
little
mean?
bit.
Safe, a good safe formation. Do you know what I mean? Strong, get results. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I Like Your Looks a bit more. We've introduced a diamond. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're trying something new.
Yeah. So no, yeah, I think that's kind of, yeah. And the fact we called it Gary, we were looking for things to call it, and I just kept being drawn back to Gary. We had the song, and I felt like it encapsulated our kind of energy and fun and our humour, I suppose, as well. It felt too serious calling it something else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just went back to Gary.
And carting around a massive gorilla
Yeah.
around Stockport and the like, as well.
That was just seemed like the obvious thing to
If
do.
you're gonna do it, you got to do it. You
Don't
gotta
do it by halves.
Don't
Yeah,
do
no.
it by half. That's my motto.
Yeah, oh yeah.
See it through.
And also with the album, like, are there any songs that you've sort of, I know artists don't like to do this very much, but identified that are ones that you think are going to become those really recognisable ones? Obviously, like, in your back catalogue, there's like the songs that you always play at the gigs because
Yeah.
you just know, don't you?
Yeah.
That's like, that's Blossoms
I
and
think-
that's what people
I think
think.
I think Gary, even like we've played at a few festivals and things like that up to this date now, and the reaction it gets has been amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
T-shirt, don't
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's like it's just like a.
It
which-
brings a smile to people's
yeah, it
faces.
is. It's a fun song, and I
And
think
it's an earworm. It's got like the hook, and it feels very us.
yeah.
So that's the
100%.
one. Maybe because we've started playing it live, and you can physically see people's reactions and people coming up to you in the street, like singing it and stuff like that already, which feels a bit. The ones over the years that I've kind of done, the ones you mentioned, like Charlemagne, Your Girlfriend, Reason Why, they're the ones that people get on.
Yeah.
Gary feels like it's getting in with that gang of songs.
Yeah.
I don't want to preempt it, but
Fingers crossed.
it feels,
Feels
like
like
it.